Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Gemini, August 3, 2022. Powerful energy is with you for attending to unresolved matters, and unusual or sudden desires that likely have to do with your past can emerge. An issue or feeling you thought was behind you could erupt. Consider consequences, but if you need to break free from a bad habit or a frustrating circumstance, the electric energy with you today might give you the perfect push. Even a symbolic break is appropriate now as you're turning over a new leaf. The trick will be to avoid sudden or rash moves. It's a good time to actively seek new or improved ways of enjoying quiet time or moments set aside for healing and renewing your energy. You're heading in the direction of putting problems that have been weighing you down behind you. Fortunately, you might solve a tricky situation. Impulses are strong, and desires can come on with great force, and they're likely to do with something private or behind closed doors, with 12th house energy strong in your life right now. A friendship matter might also rev up. A whole new month has arrived, and you'll experience tons of new cosmic energy. Today could potentially be one of the most shocking and intense ones of the year because mighty Mars, the planet of sex and passion, will charge headfirst like a warrior into the heart of electric Uranus. This will increase your need to break free of any limiting factors in your life, especially if you're feeling constrained by baggage, fears, or anxieties. These may motivate you to make a drastic change in your personal or romantic life, but do your best not to do something you'll regret. Watch how you handle your frustration when Mars conjuncts both Uranus and the North Node in Taurus. The conjunctions could be aggravating as you might feel surprisingly annoyed with work issues throughout the day. If this is the case, then consider how you can appropriately appraise your grievances. Aside from this, the conjunctions might encourage you to unexpectedly follow your goals or launch a project at work. You might feel a sudden burst of inspiration to put your ideas into action, which could become a fated part of your professional path. Your mental powers should be especially acute today. Your mind will be quick and receptive, and your communication abilities exceptionally sharp. You feel on top of the world, as though you could sell anything to anybody. Make the most of this surge of intellectual power by beginning any new projects you have been considering. Other people find you irritable and somewhat chaotic. They will definitely be annoyed by your bad moods. Look at yourself in the mirror. Find out what's causing your destructive behavior and make an effort to do something about it. Anger cannot be cured with more anger. You're feeling grounded and centered, but right now you'd like to think up big dreams and silly plans instead. Still, you can use that energy to get things done if you want. You feel overwhelmed by events and have to reconsider the situation you're in. Preoccupied with important life decisions, you're not in the best frame of mind to date and realize it's best to postpone any vital meetings until you're feeling more positive and after you've made some critical decisions about your future. You might need to set boundaries with your family. If your kids are demanding all of your time and energy, just make sure that you make some time for your own projects. Sometimes it's best to be direct and honest. Tell your children that they will need to play on their own for part of the day. Stand firm in your right to have a little privacy. Your family will respect you if you are clear with them. A break from your usual routine may suit you very well on this day. Even though sticking to a specific schedule usually suits you, it can get boring over time. This vibration can help you to step out of your usual day and into an activity or event that is stimulating and refreshing. Take a cue from yourself. If you have been feeling restless lately, it's time for a change. Shuffle things around or do something completely different for a lift. While the forces on both the job and career fronts are settled, stable and locked into the position they are in now, creating stability but lacking a little in excitement, it is Venus who is bringing things alive across the income, work and career fronts. It was Juno's retrograde turn in your career sector last Monday that has put both planets here in retrograde motion, and it will stay that way until later in the year. At the same time, The South Node is holding work and job matters on a steady course before the first planetary activity of the year begins in October. This means that this professional year is no longer on shifting sands, allowing you to trust things aren't going to change on you. Meanwhile, as well as giving you an intuitive read on work and job matters as the moon moves through your work sector from Thursday to Saturday, this will energize things across the income, work, and career fronts. This comes just as Venus, in her last full week in your income sector, is doing the same. The Virgo moon squares brooding Pluto in the early hours this morning, which could cause restless sleep or emotionally charged dreams. These vibes hang in the air as we begin our day, which could leave you feeling energetically and mentally depleted. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to rush through your morning ritual, because you likely need some extra time to decompress before starting the day. You might notice that people are more on edge than usual, but try to stay calm and avoid any triggering conversations that could lead to a blowout. Fortunately, these funky vibes dissipate by mid-afternoon, when the moon changes signs into Libra while forming a helpful aspect to Mars. The universe wants you to check in with your body right now, and pampering yourself should be treated as a priority. The Sun shares helpful aspects to the North and South nodes, bringing healing to our past and hope for our future. Feel free to dream big right now, but keep in mind that things may move more slowly now than they have over the last few days. Rather than feeling impatient, try to look at this as a reprieve and enjoy taking a more relaxed approach to life. Taurus energy loves to indulge in the finer things, which include shopping. If you're in need of some retail therapy, go for it. We benefit from slowing down and having patience. However, Leo Mars interprets delays as a threat to the ego. We respond like a threatened cat if restricted, hissing, and raising our hackles, and this opposition can bring out a mean-spiritedness that will likely be directed at authority figures who are simply encouraging temperance. Avoid going on the offensive and commit to working through power dynamics considerately. Are you prioritizing your own emotional needs? Are you proactively embracing maturity? We might be accused of selfishness at this juncture, as our individual needs clash with the responsibilities we've assumed under the guise of caring for others. Yet this lunation provides the understanding that we cannot be legitimate providers if we are acting from a place of self-sacrifice. Our engagements should be entered into with full consent and mindfulness. To this end, relationship conflicts might now arise, so we can address this concept. Harmony is our intention, and over the next 2 days, we will be more interested in the health and well-being of our relationships, believing them to be symbolic representations of our interior emotional balance. Just be mindful that you are not betraying yourself in order to keep the peace.